from Smartneedle. Welcome to my channel and let's welcome all the new subscribers. Today I am so excited to show you something super fun, bright and perfect for spring and summer. This is my brand new Peekie Patchwork pouch. This pouch is not just cute, it's also really practical. It features a beautiful patchwork in front and on the back it has a see-through vinyl panel. So you can actually peek inside and see what is in there before even open it. How fun is that? It comes in both rectangular and square shapes, so you can choose the size that works best for you. And I love this detail. It has one zipper with two zipper pullers, so you can open it from side to side, super smooth and easy. I also added a little tab at the side. As you can see here, I'm hanging a beautiful charm from it. You can attach a keychain, clips, or even create your own custom charm with beads. I am going to walk you through how to make these beautiful charms as well, so you can personalize your pouch and make it even more special. This pouch is perfect for organizing your sewing notions, makeup, travel essentials, or anything you want to keep visible and easy to grab. And it's also great for craft shows. They display beautifully and customers will love being able to see what is inside right away. With all those bright color fabrics, it's just so happy and fun to make. Let me show you how this comes together. Okay, let's hoop one layer of tearaway stabilizer and run the first spool color over the stabilizer. I just want to remind you that all my embroidery machines can be done on a single needle embroidery machine or a multi-needle embroidery machine. Now let's prepare the fabric. We're going to start by working on the back of the pouch first. Take two pieces of fabric and add heat and bond to each one. We are doing this because we'll be stitching blanket applique, and this will help keep the edges nice and clean while also giving the panel more stability. Once that's ready, we are going to sandwich the clear vinyl in between both fabrics so the vinyl stays protected inside. This is really nice because over time the vinyl won't tear or get damaged easily. Just make sure all your pieces are large enough to fully cover the guideline stitch in the hoop. And that's it, simple, clean and very durable. Now take the piece we just prepared and cover the entire guideline with it, making sure everything is fully covered. Go ahead and run your machine for the next spool color. This will stitch a tack down, securing all the layers to your project. Then continue to the following spool color. This one will stitch the center cutting line, showing you exactly where we're going to be cutting. Nice and easy, and everything is starting to come beautifully. Now that the center cutting line is done, we're going to start cutting. First, carefully cut the top layer fabric following that guideline. Then turn your hoop to the back and tear away the stabilizer only inside that guideline area. After that, go ahead and cut the back fabric layer as well, following the same guideline. Just make sure you do not cut the vinyl. We want to keep that layer intact in the middle. As you can see, you end up with two leftover fabric pieces with heat and bond on them. Please save those. They are very useful for small pouches or future applique projects. And that's it, nice and clean, and your see-through window are ready. Now go ahead and keep running your machine for the last spool color. As you can see, this hooping goes very fast, not even 10 minutes. This final step will stitch the blanket applique all around the edge of the fabric, giving it a clean finished look. And just like that, the first hooping is done. Go ahead and unhoop your project, then trim around the edge just a little bit to clean, and after that, remove the stabilizer from the back. And that's it. Set this piece aside and we're ready for the next step. Now we're going to open the second embroidery file and then hoop one layer of tearaway stabilizer and run the first spool color over the stabilizer as the video shows. Now we are going to sandwich two pieces of fabric again, and in the middle we're going to put 2 or 3 layers of cotton batting. Depend of the size of the pouch you are doing. As you can see, I'm doing one of the largest one, not the very large, but one before that. And then in this case, I'm using 3 layers of cotton batting. If you're doing the medium size, you can use 2 layers of cotton batting. If you're doing the small size, you can use 1 layer of cotton batting. After your sandwich is done, fabric, cotton batting, fabric, lay it down and make sure it covers the entire guideline as the video shows. Now keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach all the fabrics and cotton batting to the project. After the tack down line is done, keep running your machine for the next spool color. It will do the first applique guideline in the center as the video shows. Since we're doing blanket applique, we're going to add heat and bond to the back of the fabric. This will help keep the fabric edges from frying and give everything a nice clean finish. Make sure you iron it really well so it adheres nicely to the back of the fabric. Then remove the paper backing before placing the fabric down. Now cover the applique guideline with your prepared fabric, making sure the entire guideline is covered. Keep running your machine for the next spool color. This will stitch the tack down, attaching the fabric to the project. Once the tack down is done, trim all around the fabric close to the stitches. Then we'll be ready for the next step. Now keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the quilting pattern right over the applique fabric as the video shows. After the quilting pattern is all done, keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the zipper placement guideline as the video shows. For this project, I'm using a single zipper with 2 zipper pullers, so you can open your pouch easily from either side. Super convenient. These zippers are awesome and the quality is amazing. They come in multiple colors and include lots of metal zipper pullers, so you can mix and match and customize your project however you like. You can find them available in my Amazon storefront. Link below in the video description. Once you try them, you will love how versatile and fun they are to use. Now we are going to cut the zipper to the size we need. Next, we'll add 1 zipper puller at each end of the zipper. To do that, slightly open the zipper tape. Then insert one side of the zipper puller onto one side of the zipper. Do the same with the other side, holding both sides in place with your fingers. Once both sides are in, gently push the zipper puller towards the center of the zipper. And that's it, very easy. Repeat the same step on the other end so you can have 2 pullers, one on each side. And now your zipper is ready to use. Now we're going to place the zipper over the zipper guideline. In this case, I'm using double-sided wash-away tape. This product is a game changer. It's great for attaching small details to your project. And here it worked perfectly to hold the zipper in place. Go ahead and apply the tape. Place your zipper right on top of the guidelines and make sure everything is aligned nicely. Then remove the paper backing so the zipper stays secure in position. If you like this double-sided wash-away tape, you can find it available at my Amazon storefront, link below in the video description. And just like that, your zipper is in place and ready for the next step. Now keep running your machine for the next spool color. This will stitch the tack down, attaching the zipper to the project. Once the tack down is done, you can trim the side of the zipper if needed to clean it up. While the machine is stitching, I recommend moving the zipper pullers from side to side, depending on where the needle is stitching. This will keep them out of the way so the machine doesn't hit the pullers. And that's it, the zipper is now nicely attached and ready for the next step. Now we are going to turn the hoop to the back. From here, carefully cut the fabric and the cotton batting that are behind the zipper, just as you see in the video. Take your time with this step and following the stitching line to keep everything nice and clean. And that's it, your zipper opening is now ready. This step is totally optional, but you guys already know me. I love adding little details to all my projects. Here I'm attaching lace to the sides of the zipper for that extra cute touch. To do this, I'm using the same double-sided wash away tape to hold the lace in place along both sides of the zipper. It makes everything so much easier to position neatly. Once the lace is in place, keep running your machine for the following spool color. This will stitch a single guideline to secure the lace to the project. Then continue with the following spool color. This will stitch the blanket applique all around the edge of the applique fabric, giving it a beautiful finished look. And just like that, you have added a lovely decorative detail. If you like to have this beautiful cotton lace package, it comes with many sizes and designs included, and it's available at my Amazon storefront. The link is right under the video description. The quality is really soft, the colors are so natural, and the price is great. Now keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the satin stitch all around this edge of the zipper, as the video shows. Now it is time to add the tab to the side of the pouch. I'm using a small piece of leather. To hold it in place, I'm using double-sided wash away tape again, which make positioning super easy. Next, bring the vinyl piece we made at the beginning and place it right over the project. Make sure the wrong side of that piece is facing you and take a moment to align everything really well, just like I'm showing you in the video. And that's it, everything is in place and ready for the next step. Now keep running your machine for the last spool color. It will do a tack down stitch to attach all the fabrics together, as the video shows. Now it is time to unhook your project and tear away all the stabilizer. Next, carefully cut around the last tack down stitch, leaving about 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now go ahead and open the zippers from the back and turn your pouch inside out. Take your time here to shape those corners really well. These make a big difference in how your pouch looks. Now we are going to iron the whole pouch to give it a nice clean shape. Just make sure do not iron the vinyl. Only press the fabrics as I'm showing you in the video. And that's it. Your pouch is looking nice, clean, and super cute. Now I'm going to show you these cute little charms so you can add them to any of your projects. I really love them because they give such a unique and personal touch to your pouches. To use them, just unscrew the little end cap from the metal rod. Then add any beads you like. In this case, I'm using some wood beads that I had, and I paint them with fabric markers to match the fabrics in this pouch. Once your beads are in place, simply screw the end piece back onto the rod, and just like that, your charm is ready. If you like these charms, they are also available at my Amazon storefront, link below in the video description. Such a fun and easy way to personalize your projects. Now I want to show you how amazing this pouch is. I'm putting inside so many things, like a rotary cutter, a big scissor, fabric, tape, markers, even more scissors. And look at that, it fits beautifully. Now let's close it. From the front, it looks so cute and poofy, and then when you turn it to the back, you can see everything that is inside. I just love that. The craftsmanship is so beautiful, and all those little details really make it special. Honestly, I just want to make several of these for my studio so I can organize all my sewing tools and have everything stored in such a nice, cute, and functional way. I absolutely loved it. Now it is time for our sweepstakes giveaway. I am so excited to share these goodies with you. I'm giving away a tube of pastel color bobbins from smartneedle, two charms mechanism so you can create your own beautiful charms, four cute bright fat quarter fabrics so you can start your pouch, and two pieces of adorable floral vinyl. They are absolutely adorable. Okay, to enter, just leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on so you don't miss the winner announcement because it could be you. No purchase necessary to participate. This giveaway is not sponsored by YouTube and I will announce the winner in upcoming videos. Thank you so much for participating and good luck to everyone. I hope you enjoy making this project with me. I had so much fun creating it and I just love how cute, practical, and unique it turned out. That little peek through feature, I'm obsessed. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel, and if you are new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my new designs and giveaways. Don't forget to enter the sweepstakes giveaway by leaving a comment below because it could be you. Thank you so much for stitching along with me today. Stay safe, stitch a lot, be creative and have fun. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.